Okay, this is adventure number whatever. Yep. We're doing it again in the desert. Some of you like it, some of you don't. This video does contain some explicit language. You've been warned. So in a previous video, I'd done a flight from this Ocotillo Wells Airport, but I went north and west. On this flight, I was actually going to head south over to these mountains and figure out what in the heck is going on over there. Just to set the stage, I found a cool canyon, and I called some other guys that were there flying with me, Josh Perry specifically. He's got a turbulence problem that we've been trying to work on for several years. He does not like any kind of bumps, and so when I figured out there was smooth back here, I gave him a call. This is it. Well, I gotta say, this is impressive. It's got me speechless, of course. As usual, Canon Exploration. Canon? I say Canon? I meant Canyon, of course. All right, so make sure I got enough room to get out. That's important. It seems legit. Man, and they just thought they was in some canyons over there. These dudes are big. Big canyons, much bigger than what we had going on at the other place. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. As long as I can do a circle in the canyon, I believe I'm okay, or I can dip down in it. Also, lots of traffic down there, like in the event of a bailout. That's some good stuff. Oh, wow, look at this. Turns into a fucking ridiculous town. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome stuff. Apocalypse flying. Whoa. Alright, there's a first hint of turbulence. Of course, I got the sun shining on the active side of the mountains now. So there's that. I'm also coming back out in the open where there may be some Venturi effects. Okay, I'm gonna go back through the canyon here. And then I'm gonna drop down in this beast. This might be a cool place to drive. Some birds flapping around. Yeah, I think once I get tucked back in here in the shade, all the active air stops. Yeah, this is pretty much legit. Wow. I think it's a dirt bowl. Just go above the dust. I got a paramotor. Haha. Where the hell is everybody else at? They down there flying the salted sea again? Damn, that crazy talk. Y'all missing out. It sure is fun. In case you didn't hear that, I said it sure is fun flying through these canyons. Woohoo! This is like the ultimate in canyon running. Hey guys! Woo! So let me just give you some background on Josh. He does not like any bumps. I already mentioned it once, but I've got him in my mind. I know he's probably not flying because there was a little bumpy out there in the late evening desert. But I knew he would like this. And so I knew he was kind of chilling maybe somewhere out there. Nobody had followed me. So I thought I would just hit him up and say, hey, I found a magical place. Dude, where are you? Wow. Dude, come back here in this fucking canyon with me. It's calm. In a canyon up here. I just came back out. It's like a 1,000-foot tall canyon, dude. It's amazing. There's no wind in it. It's all shade. And there's trucks everywhere. It's legit. It opens up into like a third dimension back there. Oh, you gotta be flying, dude. Come on. There's some humps over here. I'm by some humps. Like you'll see some humps out in the desert. You gotta like, there's a little wash that cuts in there. It's not the one that has the mine. Go to the north of the one that has the mine. Yeah, if you go south, you're gonna come into these canyons over here. There's one that's a mining operation. You'll see it. And then there's one to the right of it. Go to the one to the right of it. Yeah, follow that straight road. Just follow it. I'll meet you. All right, cool. Oh, I see you. Okay. Yeah, look to your, I may be at your 10 o'clock. Over these little trailers, these little isolated community here. Yeah, I mean, it gets smoother when you get back in there. I'm gonna try to signal you. All right, so check it out. We may lose phone reception inside this canyon,
But it's big enough to land anywhere down at the bottom, and there's trucks and camps all over. But it's this huge canyon, bigger than I've ever found out here. Yeah, there's plenty of room. It's like a 4-lane that goes through the middle of it. And I'm gonna come up here with you, and then we'll go together. So we're gonna slip up over these little hills and duck in. Do you see the mine in the distance though? Yeah, that white rock out there and that little cubby. Well, we're going to the right of that. You'll see it. It's just a narrow slot, but it's so amazing. What you want to do is stay on the right side, high enough that you can do a 180 down into it, okay? And you never give that up. You always stay kind of up at the top edge so that you can do a turn and go land down at the bottom. Once you get up in here behind them, there's no wind really. All the wind and thermals are out here in the desert. It's still, back up in here, it's just still like glass. By the time we come back out again, it'll be calm out here too, like it was last night. Yeah, cutting across the desert, you're gonna run into some of those. But it's just a bowl back here, man. All the dust is just pooled down at the bottom of the canyon. If you stay at about 50 feet, you'll be above the dust that they're wrecking up. Oh, we're not even in there yet, man. We're going into a gap in here. Like, there's enough room for a turn for sure, with margin. Well, hell, let go of the controls. Put your arms down in your lap and rest. Because when we get up out of those canyons, that's when you're gonna want to hang on. The entrance to the canyon is behind this little mountain right here. No, I've already been all the way to the other side of the big mountains. There's nothing. Like, the wind's not blowing anymore. All the dust is, there's nothing moving really. Well, you're out there in the sunshine. It's all shaded here. Once it gets shaded, it loses its thermal capabilities. There'll be a few little bumps before we get in there, but nothing dangerous. You'll probably feel the little bumps off of these little hills as we go over them. But the wind's coming from our left, so always turn left to bail. Yeah, see, there's a little bump right there. It's just coming from these features. It's nothing to be alarmed about. Those are expected. Like when we cross this little gap here, you'll probably feel another little bump. It'll lift you, and then it'll sink you, and then it'll lift you, and it'll sink you, and that's the way it'll go. But ultimately, we're in lifty areas right now, so you don't have to hit as much gas to stay up. We're using a Mother Nature advantage. But once we get behind this, there's nothing. It's all glass back here. Yeah, you feel it. That's what you're feeling, is the terrain. Where it changes and you got all these humps. The air's doing the same thing the humps are. So you're going through air that's moving just like those humps. It's not scary, but it is. That's what it is. You just don't want to go down behind them. That's where you would get in a bad spot, is getting down behind these if the wind is blowing hard enough. Now, it's probably not blowing hard enough. Yeah, it'll bounce around some. That's normal. Just swing with it, man. It'll be good. Every now and then, if it gets to swinging too much, I'll just reach up, grab a control, and kind of give it a little nudge to point it where I want it or something. Yeah, you're in for a treat, Josh. But just follow my lead, man. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to make a left turn at the end and come out. All right? See, all the people on the ground know that I done went and got my friend, and I'm coming back now. See, there's the mine off to the left. That's a mining operation. But we're going in this crack straight ahead here. Yeah, see, where I'm at, there's no turbulence. Where you're at, there is. Yeah, you see it now? Dude, it's fucking cool as shit, dude. You're gonna love it. It's like some Star Wars stuff. Yeah, we're headed to Mordor. Yeah, the wind's not blowing hard enough down here to do anything. It's the winds aloft that are stronger at 5,000 feet. We're at fucking 200 feet. See how I'm giving myself one good left turn to get down in there? That's what you want to do the whole way. And anything else is fine, as long as you can do a turn. Yeah, I was almost foot dragging this coming out. This little S-turn. It's pretty cool. This is like the ultimate canyon run. Still with me or no? I can't believe we have reception in this canyon like this. I mean, it is the mountains, but this is pretty fucking calm for mountains. Yeah, probably my wake, you're right. I'm back. Terrible content, I know.
I quit talking and just started flying everywhere I wanted to fly. Man, I spent like 2.5 hours just creeping around this desert, the flats, the hills, the terrain features. I checked it all out. I was able to cover the whole thing on this Paramotor. What an amazing tool. What an amazing night. What great company I had. It was fun times, even if it was just Josh Perry complaining about the turbulence. Had a good time, bud. Thanks for coming along. I'm pretty sure you liked it. Anybody else? First time? Like, subscribe. You know, they say that stuff's good. I'm going to let it roll out from here. I'll see you guys real soon in the next one. Much love. Kyle out.
Is it a downwinder or just a no-winder? Just a no-winder, probably.